Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Dior, and this is Arkham Horror, the card game. We're doing the Circle Undone, and we'll be doing the second official scenario, which is at Death's Doorstep. Alright, first, we got some read-in to do. 4 missing, whereabouts unknown. Residents of French Hill are still in a tizzy after the sudden disappearance of several guests and house staff from the home of Mr. Joseph Meiger during the night of the annual Silver Twilight Charity Gala last Sunday. We are absolutely baffled as to how this could have happened, said Mr. Meiger the day after the disappearances. That said, we are confident that Sheriff Engel and the Arkham police will do their due diligence in finding the missing persons. There is still no evidence whatsoever as to the whereabouts of Miss Gabrielle Misra, Mr. Jerome Davids, Mr. Valentino Rivas, and Mrs. Penny White, all of whom vanished halfway through the event and have not been seen since. The police are offering a substantial reward for any person or persons who come forward with the information related to these disappearances. When asked whether the police were considering the case a homicide, Sheriff Engel had this to say. There's no reason to suspect foul play is involved just yet. However, given the circumstances, we have to consider every possibility. No other attendees have come forward with statements concerning the gala, which seemed to finish without a hitch despite the disappearances. So far, none of the prominent members of the Silver Twilight Lodge have expressed any concern about the lodge's upcoming benefit dinner, which was recently moved to the same location, Joseph Meiger's estate in French Hill. I am certain that this event will be a smashing success, Mr. Meiger told the Arkham advertiser in an interview yesterday. There's no reason for the fair residents of Arkham to worry. Minnie Klein. You fold up the newspaper and shove it aside on your desk, examining the other files you've collected over the last few days concerning the missing persons. It has been several days since your experience in the woods. You have tried to put it all out of your mind, but it is impossible. Every night you dream of a nameless place in the void of space, a faint, discordant melody of hypnotizing flutes pulling you forward. Now there are others disappearing from the town without a trace. The disappearances dance along the edges of your thoughts. No reason to worry, you ponder, turning the man's words over in your head. You think of the card reader and her warning, and you wonder if you are simply imagining devils where there are none. Regardless, there is only one way to know for sure. You pick up the invitation, examining the silver embossed stationery in perfect calligraphy. The Silver Twilight Lodge requests the pleasure of your company on the evening of November the 29th at 8 o'clock at the estate of Joseph Eckhard Meiger, Esquire, for the benefit of the Fairchild Foundation. As you prepare for the night ahead, you cannot help but wonder, are you taking action to remedy your fate, as the soothsayer advised, or are you walking willingly into the jaws of grim destiny? Alright, setup. Set aside a bunch of stuff, set aside more things. It's going to warn you about some double-sided cards to try not to spoil yourself. We will be starting in the entry hall, which is right here. Also, this layout may look familiar to you. Check the missing person section. If essentially the summary is if it is not crossed out, you can place clues in these locations. So Gabriella was not crossed out, so it'll be 6 clues in the entry hall. Clues are right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Copy. And then Penny's was over at the balcony, which is over here. So put 6 clues here. Then, as evenly as possible, remove a total number of clues from the above locations equal to the number of pieces of evidence that were left behind in your campaign log. All right, so we had 6 pieces of evidence, so we're going to remove 3 and 3. All right. And that is it for setup. There are some rules about replacing locations. Pretty much the gist is if you replace a location, all tokens, attachments, investigators, enemies, and other cards at the former location are going to be considered at the new location. And it does not treat it as if you have moved. So just FYI. 25 card encounter deck. We got 11 cups of just ice. That's a lot of ice. Be true to yourself and seek the truth in others. You must balance the scales. You shall be called to account for your actions. Silver Twilight enemies cannot be damaged or defeated. When you draw a monster enemy, instead of spawning it, set it aside out of play, and place 1 Doom on this agenda. This effect can cause the agenda to advance, 8 Doom to advance. Alright, a key word here is monster. So if it's a enemy, but it's not a monster type, it can still spawn. Hidden agendas. As you approach the patio of the Migra estate, a man in an elegant suit checks your invitation at the door. Inside, guests mingle and chat with one another, but much of the conversation is awkward and terse. A silent tension has gripped the manor, and you are not sure why. Find information about the disappearance by discovering as many clues as you can. Do not advance until you are instructed. Hint, it may be worthwhile to investigate the last known locations of the missing persons. And then over here we have skulls, which are -1. They become -3 if your location is haunted. And then for the tablet, we have -2. If you fail and this attack is an attack or evasion attempt, you resolve each haunted ability on your location. And the elder thing, which we don't have in the pouch, is -2. And if there's a spectral enemy at your location, you will take 1 damage, no matter if you pass or fail. So just verifying, we do have 2 tablets and 2 skulls. And let me put a break here, and I'll be right back. All right, let's go ahead and do our mulligan. So we have Sweeping Kick, Emergency Cash, and Prepared for the Worst on our Stick to the Plan. And we'll see how things go. Also, I don't think I've read the flavor text for Sweeping Kick, which is very good lead now again. All right, so let's go ahead and shuffle, 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 and draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we got B-Cop, but it's not the better one. We have an Enchanted Blade and a Defiance. I would like to hold on to the Ward of Protection just in case. So yeah, we'll just draw 2. 1 and 2. Oh, got the better B-Cop. Even better. Awesome. Yeah, this will be a reasonably good start for Lily. I can essentially play my B-Cop, get the Emergency Cash out, and Enchanted Blade, and that'll pretty much get her up and running. And we have both rewards, so definitely a good start. Trish, she's going to start with 7 resources, thanks to Another Day, Another Dollar. I've read the flavor text in a previous campaign, so I'm not going to read them again. Oops, didn't mean to do that. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Deductions, lucky cigarette case, an art student, and a breaking and entering. Honestly, this is a nice start. It's definitely not bad at all. But I think we can go without the breaking and entering for now. I do want the art student. So just draw another card. Okay, a Eureka. Alright, none of our hand items, which is always annoying, but that seems to be the trend with Trish. Alright. So, give me... actually, I think we're good to go. We'll go ahead and shuffle the encounter deck again. Go to investigation phase. The entry hall. Clearly, whatever business Yosef Miger has his hands in, it's doing well. A soft red carpet guides you deeper into the opulent hall, flanked by small statues of marble and ivory. Above, a glimmering chandelier casts a brilliant shine along the polished floor and wooden stairs. Alright, flip it over. Okay. Entry hall, 3 shroud, 0 clues on it as a base. It does have the 3 that we got from Gabriella. Resign, I guess there's nothing to those disappearances after all. Most of the manor is off limits to guests who are not members of the Silver Twilight Lodge, but your investigation takes priority, so you wait for the right time to sneak away. Alright, let's go ahead and start with Lily Chen. We're going to go ahead and spend 4 resources, get out the B-Cup, which is going to put us at 6 fight. And then I'm going to go ahead and... that's my first action. Second action, I'm going to exhaust Stick to the Plan so I can play Emergency Cash. You can never be too prepared. Gets us back to 4. And then last action, we want to go ahead and get our sword out. Quick and easy. Alright. Trish. Oh, you should be starting with 7, not 8. Okay, well that was weird. Anyway, let's get started. We're going to spend 2 resources to get out our lucky cigarette case. And I think we'll go ahead and spend 2 resources to get out our art student, which will get us 1 clue. And let's do a deduction plus Eureka, so we'll be 6 to 3. Okay, we pass. We're going to get 2 clues here and grab something from the top 3. All right. Pathfinder is a good find. Also, we did pass by more than plenty. We're going to go ahead and shuffle. We'll go ahead and activate this and draw. Kick in the hornet's nest. Okay. All right, we got all the clues here. Nice. I don't think there's any special things to worry about here. Okie dokie. Let's progress upkeep. There are no enemies. All right, deny existence. Magnifying glass. Okay. Doing pretty good. I'm about to be out of resources already, but that's okay. Mythos. First Doom. Terror in the Night. Test 4 brain. If you fail, put Terror in the Night into play next to the agenda deck. If you fail by 3 or more, Terror of the Night gains Surge. If there are 3 copies of Terror Night next to the agenda deck, discard them and then take 3 horror. Okay, we're currently 3 to 4. We're just going to go 3 to 4 here. All right, we lost by 2, so it does put it next to the agenda, but we don't surge. This is a monster enemy, so we're going to set that aside as well. I believe it's, yeah, set it aside out of play and put a Doom on the agenda. So, unfortunately, that's already a fourth of our time, but that's okay. We'll go investigation phase next. Let's go with, I'm going to go ahead and move up with Lily Chen. The Victorian halls. Even the hallways of this manor are luxurious, decorated with thick rugs, bizarre artwork, and uncanny statues shaped from scrap metal. Rays of sunlight shine through the curtains as the sun sets over Arkham outside. All right, 4 shrouds, 0 clues. As a action, you can look for trouble, and you can discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a Silver Twilight enemy is discarded. And you spawn that enemy in the Victorian halls and then gain 2 clues from the token pool. Group limit once per game. Alright. I am kind of okay with causing some trouble, but I think I'll wait. I'm going to go ahead and use my last actions to go ahead and just draw a card. Oh, we'll go ahead and take 1 damage and 1 horror. I will take the damage and I'll put the horror on B Cup. Alright, and then last action, I will draw a card. Okay, Promise of Power. Alright, goes to Trish. I'm going to do the first action, spend 3 resources to get out my Pathfinder. And then I'll also fast out my Magnifying Glass. Alright, and then I'm going to use Pathfinder to move 1 for free. Second action, I'm going to go ahead and move. Master bedroom. This unmarked door is large and well polished, set in a corner of the upstairs hallway, out of view of guests and other prying eyes. All right. When the round ends, if there is at least 1 investigator in the master bedroom, place 1 doom on the nearest Silver Twilight enemy. No doubt about it. This must be Yoser Miger's bedroom. The centerpiece of the room is a massive canopy bed, the posts of which are ornately carved. You see no sign of Mrs. Miger. All right. I'm going to go ahead and. Oh, sorry, I was moving there. All right, I have 1 action remaining. It has, 3 shroud? All right, currently we are 5 to 3. Well, let's make it 6 to 3 using deduction. We pass, we get both clues here. And on top of that, I'll go ahead and do Lucky Cigarette Case. And draw a card. Okay, breaking and entering. Alright, What is it? When the round ends. Okay. So the round's going to end. We don't have any Silver Twilight enemies out in play, so we're good on that front. Nothing, no enemies. We go to upkeep. All right, emergency cash, perfect. Unexpected courage. All right. Mythos, third doom. Draw. Another tear in the night. I am going to go ahead and promise a power this. So it's going to be 7 to 4. And we pass. Another monster. Having some bad luck with the monsters, unfortunately. We're already halfway through. Investigation phase. Alright, again, I'm going to go ahead and move using Pathfinder. As long as I'm not engaged with an enemy, I can use it. Balcony. An open glass door leads onto the balcony outside the estate's master bedroom. Discard cards from your hand with a total of at least 3 book icons. You can parlay. The guest here knows more about the Silver Twilight Lodge than they let on. Gain 2 clues. All right, or gain 2 clues from the token pool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and investigate. We are currently 5 to 1. All right, success. I will use Lucky Cigarette Case to draw. Again. And again. All right. So far, we've accumulated 8 clues. Not bad for 3 rounds of work. Lily Chen. I'm gonna go ahead and spend an action getting the emergency cash, getting up to 6 resources, and then I'm going to draw. And I'm going to draw again. Holy Rosary. Good. All right. Enemy phase. There are no enemies. Upkeep. All right. Backpack. And another Lucky Cigarette. All right. Mythos. We're up to 5 of 8. Fate of All Fools. Peril. You must decide. Choose one. If there are no other copies of Fate of All Fools in play, put Fate of All Fools into play in your threat area. An investigator with another copy of Fate of All Fools in his or her threat area take 2 direct damage. So right now I will go ahead and just put this on me. All right. I was tempted to reward it, but I think we'll be okay. And then for you, Mysteries of the Lodge. Place 1 doom on the nearest cultist enemy. Then until the end of the round, increase the difficulty to fight. Evade parlay with that enemy by 2. If no doom is placed by this effect, Mysteries of the Lodge gains Surge. Okay. Also, just verifying a few things. I'm just making sure I didn't miss any flavor text. Alright, I think we're good. Let's draw again. Lodge Neophyte. Any empty location, aloof. After Lodge Neophyte enters play, place 1 doom on it. Test 2 brain. If you succeed, remove all doom from Lodge Neophyte. He has 3 fight, 2 evade, 1 health, humanoid cultist, and a Silver Twilight. He also does 1 horror. Okie dokie. So it has to be an empty location, unfortunately, but that's okay. We'll start with Lily first. I'm going to spend 2 resources to go ahead and get out the Holy Rosary, which will give her +1 will. She'll go ahead and move down to say hi to this guy. He's aloof, so he doesn't engage. And then she'll just talk to the fella. 4 to 2. Oh, that's a bad autofail. We might progress. There's not anything I can do about it. Alright, Pathfind. 1. Let's go, we'll go 1 to there. So one thing to note about the office up there, is each Silver Twilight enemy in the office loses its aloof. So if we go up there, we'll probably get some trouble. But at the same time, I'm kind of okay with that. We'll just try to get as many clues as possible as planned. Let's go to the office. Top a steep staircase leading to the manor's third floor. Far from the hustle and bustle of the party, a solitary oak door stands sentry, guarding Mr. Miger's closest secrets. Alright. Each Silver Twilight enemy in the office loses aloof. If you reveal any of those symbols while investigating the office, place 1 doom on the nearest Silver Twilight enemy, which is very bad. Yoso's office is much more a display of his wealth and power as it is a workplace. Alright, I have 1 action remaining. Let's go ahead and investigate. We're 5 to 4 right now. Actually, you know what? We're just going to go away from this. Actually, we do want to investigate this, don't we? Let's Unexpected Courage this. So that puts us at 7 to 4. And we added Doom. We're going to progress. Alright. That is stupid. But that's okay. Sometimes the game likes to feed you stupid. So, upkeep. Upkeep. Oh, great. Shadow. Well, actually, that's fine. Alright. Doom. We advance. All the Doom on this. Thanks to this asshole here. Alright, here goes nothing. Pulled into the shadows. You have uncovered some of the evidence pertaining to the disappearances, but the truth has yet to be unveiled. If the investigators do not possess 6 clues as a group, they lose all clues. If the investigators possess at least 6 clues as a group, they must spend 6 clues and spawn the set-aside Yosef Miger enemy at the location other than the entry hall that is farthest from all investigators. Open the campaign guide and proceed to interlude a record of those lost. Once this interlude has been resolved, remove all clues from each location in play and advance to Act 1B. I actually made a mistake then. In the when I played this with my group, I did not remove the clues, so all the clues stacked on top of each other. Alright, good to know. In that case, yeah, then what we have here is actually not too bad, because getting clues at this phase doesn't really matter. Okay. So, we need to get Yosef Miger. We also need to spend 6 clues. Like so. Actually, getting the clues early also helps. There's reasons for that. Anyway, Humanoid, Cultist, Silver Twilight, Elite has Retaliate, 3 Fight, 3 Health, and 3 Evasion. If no other Silver Twilight enemy has Doom on it, Parlay. Test Book 4 to convince Yosef that this is not your doing. If you fail, Yosef Miger attacks you. If you succeed, flip this card over and resolve its text. Do not rouse the beast. You do not comprehend. Victory 2. And then 1 health and 1 horror is the damage. And it's also the Lodge Host. Go figure. So it has to be furthest away that's not the entry hall. Funny story in my playthrough, my group, we were so spread out that it ended up being in the middle, which is both a good and bad thing. Alright, then we do interlude. Yeah. Also, it says to remove all clues from each location in play, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So just these 2. Alright. If Gabrielle profile is not crossed off and there's no clues in the entry hall, read the following. Alright, the entry hall to the manor is beautifully decorated, but you find it odd that the grand staircase's wooden balustrade has been recently repaired, and by the looks of it, hastily so. While nobody is looking, you follow the handrail up and down the stairs until you spot what you're looking for. Several splinters of wood, perhaps dislodged by a bullet. You ascend the staircase once more and position yourself where one would need to be standing in order to fire such a shot. After a moment of observation, a faint glimmer near one of the decorative ferns on the second floor catches your eye. There you find proof, a bullet casing from a .45 handgun. A gun was indeed fired in the entry hall of the manor, but if that is true, how did nobody hear the shots? Record next to Gabrielle's profile. Under missing persons, record that the investigators are on Gabrielle's trail. On trail. All right, and then obviously the other one is for Penny. We don't have any clues in the balcony. The balcony outside of Josef Meiker's bedroom overlooks the rainy streets and somber spires of French Hill. According to the eyewitnesses, Penny was last seen entering Josef's bedroom, presumably to tidy it up, or perhaps to look for one of his personal belongings. The cigarette butt on the floor of the balcony tells a different story. Penny came here for a break, and judging from how busy the rest of the staff is, it was probably a much-needed one. If she had been in any danger, could she have climbed or jumped down from the balcony? You peer over the edge. It's possible, but unlikely. A fall from here could break a leg, or worse. She likely would have retreated back into the manor, where she would have called for help, only nobody saw her exit from the bedroom. Something doesn't add up. You tuck the cigarette butt into your coat pocket, hoping it's actually a lead and not a wild goose chase. Under missing persons, note that you're on her trail. Okay. And then I believe that's everything here. Yep, advance to Act 1B. 1B. Before death approaches, before you can investigate further, the building is suddenly plunged into icy darkness. All of the lights flicker at once and are snuffed out. A thick, otherworldly mist begins to seep into the corridors and causing everything it touches to decay. Move each investigator and each enemy currently in the entry hall to the Victorian halls. Okay. Then, for each location in play, find the set-aside spectral version of that location and swap them. All tokens and cards at the former location are now considered to be at the new location. So this is what confused me. I missed the step on here where it says to remove them. So, all right, pulled into the shadows. That's what it was called. Anyway, if there's an investigator at that location, reveal it. In player order, each investigator spawns one of the set-aside monsters at his or her location until each of the set-aside monsters' enemies have been spawned. Spawn the set-aside Spectral Watcher enemy in the entry hall, shuffle the remainder of the set-aside Watcher encounter set, and set aside the Realm of Death encounter set into the encounter pile along with the encounter discard pile. Okie dokie, a lot to say there. So first, we need to replace everything here. So let's do that. Spectral locations. No more entry hall. No more Victorian hall. No more office. No more trophy room. No more master bedroom. No more balcony. And no more billiards. Okay. Also, I think the other mistake I made involves the also, is it here that says it? Nope. Okay. The other mistake I think I moved in my group playthrough. I think we moved everyone into the middle, which made things very interesting. All right, so everyone goes to the middle. We should have spawned monsters, by the way. Oh no, now we spawn monsters until each set-aside monster has been spawned. Move each investigator and each enemy controlled in the entry hall to the Victorian hall. Okay, so yeah, I think we misread it. We missed the part where it had to be in the entry hall. All right, so each of these gets to say hi to me. We're gonna go ahead and put the Shadow Hound with you. And we'll put the Wraith. Conveniently, you have a relic weapon, so that will at least help over there. All right, and then also we need to go ahead and reveal locations that need to be revealed. So Victorian Hall. Did we read this already? Worms a wisp of dark mist. The worms of rays that once illuminated these halls have faded into beams of cold, gray moonlight that shine through floating motes of dust and wisps of dark mist. And just like before, it has the lose 1 action haunted effect. Alright, haunted stillness lingers through the frigid dead halls, the mini paintings, the door. Yep, we read that before. Okay, and then for over here, lone door. Yeah, we never went to the office. The lone door atop the second. Oh, actually, we did go up there. Could just collapse at any moment. And then up here, we have choose and discard a card from your hand if you get the haunted effect. A thick, oppressive haze fills what was once an impressive office. Cracks fork up and down the wooden paneling of the walls, and the bookshelves surrounding Yoso's desk sag with the weight of rotten, decayed books. Victory 2 has 4 clues and 4 shroud. Go us. Alright. We'll go ahead and take care of all that. Spawn the set-aside Spectral Watcher. And then we need to shuffle some other stuff. Okay, so Spectral Watcher goes down here. He's the same as before. And then the Watcher encounter set and the Realm of Death encounter set along with the encounter discard pile. So all of this, and all of that. Okay. Takes care of all that. We do have a new agenda now, which is over the threshold. Does this have something to do with the 4 missing persons? And if so, what does that mean for your survival? Each Silver Twilight enemy gains Victory 0 and counts as an investigator for the purpose of determining where Hunter enemies move during the enemy phase. After Hunter enemies move, step of the enemy phase, each ready spectral enemy deals its damage value to each humanoid enemy at its location. So they're going to be killing Silver Twilight guys. 11 doomed to advance, and it's the last card. Act 2, the Spectral Realm. In the blink of an eye, everything has changed. A sudden oppressive silence fills the halls of Yoso Miker's manor. Gone is the din of idle chatter from the banquet hall, the clinking of glasses, the laughter of the oblivious guests. Save for only you and several others, all of the people in the house have vanished without a trace. All that is left is the dark mist and the beings that inhabit it. 8 clues to advance. Currently, we have 2. All right. Let's go ahead and shuffle this one more time, and then we're going to draw Mythos cards because we need to. Surge. Resolve each haunted ability at your location. I'm going to lose an action. All right. Any empty location. We'll put you over here for now because you're going to be a problem. Because we can't parlay until this guy has no doom on him. All right. And then for you, Whispers in the Dark, put it into the play next to the agenda deck, and it just does the additional haunt stuff. So you go there. And now we can begin. All right, let's start. So unfortunately, we can't really stop this Spectral Watcher from murdering us because the entry hall is blocked by a spectral mist. We cannot enter the entry hall. Silver Twilight enemies cannot spawn in this entry hall. A wall of dark mist blocks your escape, decaying everything it touches. Ghostly hands grasp at you from the mist, desperately trying to pull you in. You suspect that if you tried to cross this, you wouldn't emerge alive. Yep, we read that before. Alright, let's go ahead and start with Lily Chen. I'm going to go ahead and charge my sword. Actually, we will not charge the sword. We'll go ahead and put a damage onto Beat Cop to do 1 damage. And then we're going to attack normally with the Enchanted Blade. So currently we are 7-2. We succeed. It dies permanently because this is a relic weapon. Or not permanently, but it's not going to go into the haunt phase thing. I'm going to go ahead and move because there's nothing I can do about this particular Lodge Neophyte. So we're going to go ahead and move over here. So again, the Rotting Deer heads. And then over here, we got the Annoying Trophy Room. Alright, so that is it for Lily Chen. And unfortunately, I don't really have the tools that help parlay with what's-his-face over here. Alright, so let's go ahead and go with Trish. First action, I'm going to spend 2 resources to go ahead and use the break-in and entering. This is going to make us 9-4. Oh, go to hell. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and evade. I'm going to use In the Shadows to deal with the shadow agents. I'm currently 8-5. I have drawn 4 auto fails, by the way, so far. In the course of it, in the course of two rounds, I have drawn 2 auto fails. I am going to go ahead and use Lucky Cigarette Case to go ahead and draw, and I get a Mob Enforcer. Oh, good. As if we needed more trouble. Not much I can do about you. You're just going to hit me. I'm going to go ahead and evade the Shadow Hound for now. We pass. You're exhausted and away. I'm kind of in trouble because I can't get away. Alright. Oh, actually, is there... Yeah, that's everything. Alright. Enemy phase. This is going to unexhaust and re-engage eventually. This is going to move up and kill this man. Upkeep. We have 8 in our hand. Perception, okay. I do get punched for 1 from the enemy phase, so I'll take 1 damage. Mythos, let's go ahead and get our first Mythos for this phase. Crypt Chill, 4 brain, so we're 4 to 4. I'm going to go ahead and use the Defiance. We'll pick tablets, I think. No, I'll pick skulls. Skulls, and go from there. Alright, God, I pick skulls. Alright, we do pass. And you? Cultist, any empty location. When the Mythos phase ends, place 1 Doom on Keeper's Secrets. Alright. Aloof, retaliate, any empty location. Great. These guys are treated as if they are investigators. Okay, well, we can use that to lure away the Spectral Watcher at the very least, and with him start murdering some of these guys. Because at this point, things have gotten desperate. Everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong at this point. So, I'm going to go ahead and evade the Shadow Hound. Okay, I will Lucky Cigarette Case. I've already gotten all my weaknesses at this point, so there's actually no danger of any of that nonsense. Then I'm going to go ahead and... I'm not going to be able to evade you. I'm just going to investigate. Actually, I'll go ahead and evade. 4 to 3, good luck. We succeeded. Okay, so we got that going for us. Then I'm going to go ahead and investigate. I'm currently... actually, I will fast out a magnifying glass. And that puts us at 6 to 4. We'll go ahead and make it 8 to 4 with perception. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. We need to hold on to this. So, 6 to 4. Good luck. Alright, we pass. I'm going to go ahead and use my ability, because there are monsters here. Or enemies here. I'll get both clues here. Oh, also, every time I failed this, I should have discarded a card from my hand. I'll discard the Kick in the Hornet's Nest. So yeah, last round I should have discarded a card, because of the auto-failed nonsense that I drew. Alright, we're halfway to our goal. Unfortunately, everything else is going horribly. Alright. For now, Lily Chen, first action, I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 to get out backpack. Top 6. Runic Axe. So any item cards will work. So Runic Axe is good to go. Unfortunately, tarot cards are not items for whatever reason. Alright. We're just going to put this here. There we go. It can fit. Alright, shuffle. Next action, I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. Oh, stupor. And then I'm going to draw a card again. So I'm kind of fishing for my other Promise of Power. But I'm not having much luck. Okay. I think I lost the 2 resources. Let me make sure. Okay, sorry, I got confused about that one. When I got the haunted thing that forced me to get haunted, I lost an action, so I don't need to lose any resources. We're good to go. Okay, that is everyone. So let's go ahead and go to enemy phase. This guy's going to move over and do a damage. It's based off damage, right? Damage value to each humanoid enemy. So it's going to do 1 damage to this guy. Bunch, bunch, bunch. These guys will eventually re-engage me. Alright. And then upkeep. Parlay, draw, and investigate. Okay, that is okay. We got an unexpected courage. We can get ourselves. We can make an attempt at the parlay once this keeper of secrets dies. That is. Speaking of keeper of secrets, when the Mythos phase ends, you place 1 doom. So you should have a doom on him. Yeah, he kind of accumulates doom. He's kind of a pest. All right. Next, let's go to... oh yeah, we need to do upkeep for you. Perception. Okay, that's something at least. Mythos, we're up to 4 out of 11 right now. Obscuring fog. I'm actually okay with that here. Any empty location after interest play, put a doom on him. We'll put him over here, I guess. There's not much I can do about it. Alright, you guys need to calm down with the doom. Alright, we'll start with Trish. We're going to go ahead and evade the Shadowhound. Alright, -1, so that's 3 to 1, so we do beat it by 2, so we draw a card. With Lucky Cigarette Case, we have Unexpected Courage. We're going to go ahead and Unexpected Courage. Yeah, I'll use the... It's either that or I just take the damage, but I really don't want to. Let's evade. Unexpected Courage will make this 6 to 3. You succeed. You are dealt with for now. Last action, I'm going to investigate. I'm going to use a perception, so that's going to bring us to 8 to 4. Thank God. I'm going to use my ability to get both clues here and get the hell out of here. So I'm not engaged with any enemies, so I will be able to use Pathfinder to get out of here. So we will, as we should. Okay. Lily Chen. I can only parlay once, right? Yep. I can only parlay once. So let's go ahead and spend an action to parlay. Currently we are 4 to 2. Because unfortunately I don't really have a way of healing myself. At least not without murdering a Silver Twilight guy. Alright, we succeed. We'll get rid of the doom on this guy. Alright. Then we're going to go ahead and move here for our second action. Also, have we gotten any of the... I don't think we have. I think we've been good. Alright. We have 8 cards in our hand, by the way. I can get rid of the B-Cop safely, so that's fine. Last action, I'm going to go ahead and just exhaust this and use Prepare for the Worst. Top 9. Our other Runic Axe, which we'll just put in hand. Okie dokie. We're going to end up having to discard quite a bit of cards, unfortunately. Alright. Let's go ahead and go as everybody. Go to enemy phase. These guys will eventually unexhaust. This guy is going to die, and he should. I did forget to put a Doom on him again. He should have, but now it doesn't matter. Alright. Keeper's Secrets, huh? Alright, and then that is it for those. Go to Upkeep. Alright, I'm going to discard this Runic Axe and this Beat Cup. Alright, and then you will get your Upkeep. Oh, Hiking Boots would have been useful a little while ago. Alright, Mythos. Gain a Doom. Oh yeah, I forgot to discard this a while ago. Actually, when did I draw that? 1 second. Okay, so yeah, this Whisperer's Dark should have triggered as well. It just says take 1 horror, so I will take 1 horror. This was back when I did the breaking and entering. Alright, got that taken care of. Now this goes back on top of here. We're going to set it actually right here so I can actually know it's here. And then forget about it anyway. Fate of All Fools, you must decide 2 direct damage or place a Doom on another copy. I'm going to do 2 damage. Lily Chen will take both. There should be 1 more in the deck, so I need to get to healing soon. Okay, good news. We might have some solutions here. All right, I'm going to start with Lily Chen. Because there's only 1 guy left that has Doom on him. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do a parlay action right now. And then, yeah, we'll do a parlay action. It's going to be 4-2. Let's go ahead and make it 6-2. All right, success. No more Doom. All right, for my next move, let's go ahead and move on over and say hi to that Spectral Watcher. Actually, that's not going to help us. Either way, this guy's dead. So you know what? We're just going to move up. We're going to get engaged by this guy, but not the other guy, because it's bearer only. And then I'm going to go ahead and punch. I'm going to go ahead and 1-2 punch this thing. All right, so that's going to make us have 7-2. Good, and then 8-2. Good, dead. All right. Trish, you're not engaged with anyone. Pathfind. To here. Then move to here. This place has victory, by the way, so it's definitely important that I go here. Alright. So I have 2 actions remaining. I'm going to use one of them to parlay with What's-His-Face. There are currently... Oh, also, this guy is not aloof, by the way. So he does engage. Alright, so no other Silver Twilight enemy has Doom on him. I'm going to go ahead and parlay 4-4. I'll do 6-4 with Perception. Oh, thank God. There's a lot of ways we can fail that. Auto-fail, Curse, the -3 and both skulls would have failed, most likely. I mean, Curse was not a guarantee, though. Alright, so that was -2, so it was 4-4. We pass, we don't get the Do Lucky Cigarette case. But we did pass. If you fail, he would have punched us. If you succeed, flip the card over and resolve its text. Yosef's plan. Yosef lowers his weapon and studies you for a moment. Perhaps you are telling the truth, but if that is true, he ponders the situation, then holsters his weapon and checks his pocket watch. Regardless, we have little time. If my estimate is correct, the anomaly will recede soon, and we must be out of the manor before that occurs, or we'll all be trapped here. You ask how he knows all of this, but he merely shakes his head. This is not the time. Ask again if we make it out of here alive. Remove all Doom from this card. For the remainder of the game, Doom cannot be placed on Silver Twilight enemies, and Yosef Mager gains aloof. Flip this card back to the enemy side, and disengage it from all investigators. Okay. I do still have 1 action remaining, and this has 3 Shroud, and I have 6 Investigate, so I'm going to investigate. Do we have enough to advance? We do not. Actually, we are not going to investigate just yet. I'm going to spend 3 and get out the hiking boots. That'll get us to 5 agility. I mean, the other option is we advance. I mean, either way, it's going to be a pain. Yeah, you know what? We'll go ahead and investigate. So we'll go ahead and investigate. We're going to be 6 to 3. He is still classified as an enemy, even though he's just aloof. We pass. I'm going to go ahead and use the... So that was -2. So that was 4 to 3. So we still don't get the extra card draw. But we can use our ability to get 2 clues here and get this completely cleared off. All right, so that's another victory for us. I believe I know where I know there's one more location that has victory, and I believe that is the most annoying room, which is the master bedroom, because that has a really annoying haunt ability where it forces you to put clues down. But I'm gonna go ahead and advance because we have 8, and get this going. A way out, you find the corpse of one of the others trapped here, a member of the Silver Twilight Lodge, you surmise, although his outfit of blue and silver robes suggests something more esoteric. Gripped tightly in his withered hands is a small tome bearing the insignia of the lodge. Browsing through its pages, you are surprised to find all manners of information regarding the mist and the creatures you have encountered, including a spell to release the bonds of death and escape the mist. How long has this man been here, starting in this realm? Regardless, at least you have a way out. The mist blocking your escape route recedes, reveal the entry hall. So you can resign, you tear through the front doors of the manor, escaping the spectral realm and leaving the remainder of the survivors to their fate. The dark mist begins to recede, and the entry hall to Yosef's Manor is slowly restored to its original state as the mist dissipates. Okay. And then shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Alright. Escape the cage. Now that the mist has receded, you might be able to escape with your lives. But what about Yosef Miger and the other lodge members left behind? Should you stay to make sure they escape, or flee while you have the chance? At the end of the round, each Silver Twilight enemy in the entry hall escapes. Place them beneath the entry hall, out of play. Move each ready Silver Twilight enemy with the aloof keyword once toward the entry hall. If each undefeated investigator has resigned, advance. Okay, with that we have all of our actions taken care of. So we'll go ahead and go to enemy phase. This guy's going to go say hi to this guy and murder him. This guy's going to move down. And then it goes to upkeep. Okay, and then end of round, this guy will move, and this guy will move. This guy will... Okay, Lily Chen's up there. Okay. Mythos. 4th Doom. Test 3 foot. For each point you fail by, take 1 damage. If your location is haunted, as an additional cost for an investigator to commit skill cards, he or she must resolve each haunted ability at this location. I would have to discard a card from my hand. Joke's on you. I only have... You know what? I'm going to go ahead and spend a resource and take a horror. Because right now damage is actually my bane. So, Ward of Protection. Next. Fate of All Fools. That's a problem. I'm going to go ahead and just put a Doom on Fate of All Fools. We have question mark plenty of time. Also, Whispers of the Dark gets discarded, which would have been at the end of the round. So yeah, we're fine. Because we advanced before the end of the round. Okay. Investigation phase. Okie dokie. I'm going to go ahead and move Lily Chen down. Each ready spectral enemy. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and engage that automatically for moving down. I'm going to go ahead and spend a resource to sweeping kick this guy. So I'm going to be 9 to 5. Oh, sorry, wrong thing. It'll be this. We succeed. So we're going to do 2 damage to it, and we're going to make it be automatically evaded. All right, that's one problem down. And I was hoping, unfortunately, I can't deal with the Mob Enforcer because it takes 4 resources. But that's okay. We can make it work. All right. So I'm thinking for my last action, let's go ahead and swap out the Enchanted Blade that I only used once and get out the Runic Axe. It only costs 3 because it is an heirloom. This broke. Boy, did this thing break. I am still impressed with the coding for this. It's actually really nice. All right, so that was all your actions. And I'm making sure I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't parlay, didn't draw, and I didn't investigate. Yeah, we're fine. Oh, also this backpack should be discarded because I took the item off of it. Okay. I'm not engaged with any enemies, so Pathfind move to there. And then I'll move normally to here. I'm going to get engaged with this Mob Enforcer. I'm going to go ahead and get punched for 1 as I move with him. To here, Master Bedroom. This has victory 1. All right. And then I'm going to investigate this location. This will hurt me. I'll take 1 damage. I'm currently 6 to 3, so as long as it's not an auto fail. Or that. That actually made me fail. I am going to have to put a clue down. Which I don't have any clues on me because I used all of them for the advancing, so I'm good to go. Take that, game. In your face. Alright, then I'm going to get hit for 1 damage during the enemy phase. The Spectral Watcher is not ready, so he's not going to murder this neophyte, thankfully. Then it's going to go to upkeep. He's going to re-engage. Get your card. Get your card. And then it's at what, end of the round. So this guy moves down. And then at the end of the round, each Twilight enemy moves each Twilight enemy in the entry hall escapes, and then move each ready Silver Twilight enemy with the loop keyword once. Okay, so it checks to see if they can leave, and then if they can't, they'll just move. So those guys move. Mythos, we're 6 out of 11. Watcher's Grasp, heal 3 damage from the Spectral Watcher, ready him, it moves, engages, and attacks as if it were the enemy phase. Throughout the resolution of this effect, the Spectral Watcher gains prey, you. Alright, hits for 1 and 1. I'll take that one, and you can take that one. Alright. And we get a Shadow Hound. Okay. A little annoying, but not the end of the world. Okay, we can make this work. Let's start the investigation phase. We'll have Trish go first. I'm going to go ahead and spend 4 resources to parlay with Mob Enforcer and get rid of him. I'm going to go ahead and evade the Shadow Hound. 4 to 3, or 4 to 1, sorry. Alright, that's -3, we still pass, but don't get to draw anything extra. Last action, we're going to go ahead and investigate, 6 to 3 again. Try not to suck. Thank you. We get to draw a card with that, by the way. So, draw a card. Grab both clues using her ability, because there's still the doggo. We got the clues here. And then, since I'm not engaged with any enemies, I'll go ahead and Pathfind move back to this spot. Lily Chen, you're in a spot of bother. So I'm gonna go ahead and spin an action. Oh, you're out of resources too. Holy cow. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do sweeping kick. 9 to 3. Okay, 2 damage and auto evaded. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and Runic Axia. So it's gonna be 7 to 3 with +1 damage. Of course. 7 to 3 with +1 damage. Okay, so you're at 4. All right. Here's hoping we can live for one more round. Okay. Enemy phase. No enemies are active. Besides aloofs. Upkeep. This guy's going to re-engage. This guy's going to unexhaust. And then we get our upkeeps. You get your upkeep. End of round. This guy goes under the... Oh, place him just beneath it, out of play. So we'll just put you down there. You move down. Mythos, we're now 7 out of 11. Terror in the Night, I'm currently 4 to 4. I'm going to go ahead and Border Protection that. I'll take the horror. And then for you, a Wraith. Okay. I'll have Lily... Actually, I'll have Trish go first. Also, this guy didn't hit anyone because he was exhausted, so that's the thing about the Twilight guys. I'm going to go ahead and evade. 4 to 2. I will discard pickpocketing, so it's going to be 5 to 2. Okay, we succeed. That was -2, so that brought us to 3 to 2, so we don't draw an extra card. You're evaded. We'll Pathfind move. Oh, sorry, not you. We'll Pathfind food move down to here. Then I'll go ahead and draw a card. And I'll draw another card. Okay. I'll go ahead and have Lily Chen go. Lily Chen's going to go ahead and just... is it? I'm going to go ahead and use a charge of Runic Axe and do Glory. 7 to 3. Good to go. So he's going to get healed up and become exhausted and out of commission for a bit. And I'll have her heal a damage for that, and then I'm going to move her down. And I'm going to go ahead and just gain a resource for now. Okay. Enemy phase. You go over, and then upkeep phase. These guys, that one will unexhaust. This one will not unexhaust this round. I keep saying unexhaust. It's called readying, by the way. Upkeep. Upkeep. All right. And then Mythos. Doom. Draw. Surge. Resolve each haunted ability. There's no haunted ability here. So we're good to go on that front. Fate of all fools. I will just take the Doom. That doesn't... Yeah, we're at 9 right now, so we're okay. And for you, Watcher's Grass, heal 3 from the Spectral Watcher to ready it, and then it moves, engages, and attacks me as if it were the enemy phase. Throughout the resolution of this effect, the prey is me. Hi. Hit me for 1 and 1, which I will put both onto the art student. Bye, art student. Okay. Oh, I did forget to do Joseph Miker. Let me make sure of that. Okay, yeah, I did forget to resolve Joseph Miker. He should be gone. That's the reason why I didn't resign immediately. So with that, we are alive. Resigning does not provoke, so we will both resign and get ourselves out of here. And there you go. So when everyone gets out... Oop, did I put that in the right spot? Yes, it did. Okay. Alright, so if each undefeated investigator is resigned, advance. Alright, alive for now. Coming to this place was a terrible mistake. You had hoped to uncover evidence pertaining to the disappearances at the estates, not become victims yourselves. As you tear through the entry hall and slam through the manor's heavy front doors, you vow to put as much distance between you and the Miger estate as you possibly can. Unfortunately, your plan is quickly derailed. Is this Resolution 1? Yep, Resolution 1. Okay. As soon as you emerge onto the patio, you are surrounded by grim men in trench coats. Several of them reach into their coat pockets, a warning not to do anything too hasty. Before any threats can be fulfilled, the silence is broken by an icy voice. Now, gentlemen, there is no need for that. The men withdraw to reveal an elderly man you recognize as Carl Sanford, the president of the Silver Twilight Lodge. Despite the dangerous situation, his expression is almost too casual. The complete lack of fear in his posture and his actions suggest a confidence backed by substantial power. His bodyguards take several steps back, allowing you to speak with Mr. Sanford in private. In your campaign log, record the investigators escaped the spectral realm. Alright, and then each investigator earns experience equal to the X value of each card. There's an interlude, which we'll take care of. So we get 4 experience for now. But there's a little bit more to it. Alright, skip to interlude, price of progress, and proceed directly to scenario 3. Okay, so I want to do the interlude. If at least one of the investigators has the Silver Twilight trait, proceed to Price of Progress 1. Otherwise, skip to Price of Progress 2. The only character I know of that has Silver Twilight trait is, I believe, Diana. Diana Stanley. I don't remember if there's anyone else. Because she's essentially a reformed cultist. Anyway, skip to Progress 2. I regret that we must meet under such unfortunate circumstances, Mr. Sanford says offhandedly. You narrow your eyes. You suspect fortune had nothing to do with it. You ask him what will happen to those still trapped inside. Human progress requires sacrifice, he recites stoically. It is lamentable when that sacrifice is in blood, but the price of lamentation does not outweigh the yield of our labor. You didn't come here to listen to Mr. Sanford proselytize about sacrifice. You came here for answers. You demand an explanation, but the elderly man cuts you off with a scowl. Yes, you speak of the incident last week. That was the creature's first manifestation, and the arrival of the dark mist which you encountered inside. He glances at the front door to the manor and clears his throat. The lodge was not involved in the disappearances that occurred that night, he explains after a short pause. But we couldn't exactly go to the police and tell them that a creature made of mist kidnapped 4 people in Mr. Miger's household, could we? So we had to take matters into our own hands. We suspected that the creature was drawn to the crowd, so we recreated the incident in order to understand what happened, to discern its motives. The decision to host another event in Mr. Miger's estate so soon after the disappearances makes sense to you now. As much as you hate to admit it, there is some logic to the plan the Lodge put into action, although you don't particularly like being used as bait. Who knows how many innocent bystanders would put in mortal danger? Even if the goal was noble, was it worth the sacrifice? I hope you understand that our organization only seeks the betterment of humankind. There are harsh truths that lie beyond our 5 senses, Mr. Sanford says, his expression grim. If we are to survive and prosper, we must adapt. We must learn, we must understand that that is what our order seeks to achieve, a greater understanding of the world around us. A worthy pursuit, don't you agree? Check the Silver Twilight enemies in the victor's display beneath the entry hall. If Yosef Miger is in the victor's display, proceed to Price of Progress 4. If Yosef Miger is beneath the entry hall, skip to Price of Progress 5. You consider Mr. Sanford's words carefully. You believe that he is telling the truth, but you're not sure if the ends justify his means. Before you can reply, Yosef steps forward. I believe our new comrades understand the value of working together, he says politely, standing at your side. They could have escaped on their own, but they stayed behind to make sure members of the lodge were safe. Surely we are of the same mind. Courage is not the same as sacrifice, Yosef, Carl Sanford intones patiently. Do they have the will to do what is truly right for all of humanity? The elderly man turns his attention back to you, his cold eyes glinting in the moonlight. He approaches calmly, extending his hand. Regardless, you have experienced firsthand the danger that we all face. Join us, and we can face it together. With our knowledge combined, we can protect Arkham from this threat. In your campaign log, record that investigators rescued Yosef. I really should move the book over to there. So let's do that. Problem solved. Okay. Rescued down here. Yeah. Each investigator earns 2 bonus experience as they gain insight into the inner workings of the Silver Twilight Lodge. So we're now up to 6. Okay. The investigators must decide. I've refused to be part of this. Get the price of progress 7. I agree. Or you can I agree. You're lying. I'm going to go with price of progress 8. We're going to agree. Because I always like hanging out with the Silver Twilight Lodge. That's how I was with the previous game. You shake Mr. Sanford's hand. His grip is cold but strong. The other members of the lodge seem to relax around you. We all do great work together, my friends, says Sanford. Great works indeed. In your campaign log, record investigators are members of the lodge. All right, add 2 cultists to the chaos bag for the remainder of the campaign, and then we go to scenario 3. Okay. So we'll be here. All right, one thing I'm curious about, because Carl Sanford sounds familiar. Nope, it's not him. Wasn't sure if it was an investigator or not. Nope. Actually, let me be right back. Okay, I was getting mixed up with Carlson. That's why I was wondering about that. So yeah, then in that case, Diana is the only character that's Twilight Lodge. Okay. So with all that said and done, we have 6 experience to spend. And we have some upgrading to do. Let's start with Beat Cop. So now we have both the good Beat Cops. Where's the other Beat Cop? There it is. This is going to cost us 1 experience. It costs 2, and then we save 1 because of down the rabbit hole. So that's 1 experience there. Then that leaves us with 5 remaining. That would be enough to upgrade both Enchanted Blades, and I think I want to do that now. As much as I would love to do Runic Axe shenanigans, I think we need to get these out. Because the main reason why I had to swap in the Runic Axe is because I needed a way to heal myself. If we have the Enchanted Blade, that solves its own problem. So yeah, we can do this. So this will cost 1, 2, and then this will cost 3. So that's a total of 6 right there. So let's go ahead and grab our Enchanted Blades, our old ones, because we don't need them anymore. And I'll hopefully put us in a good position. Yeah, both good Beat Cops for soaking and doing extra damage, and then Enchanted Blades for reliable attack, as well as ways to heal myself. Draws 1 card and heals 1 horror, so not too shabby. Alright, then for Trish, let's go ahead and grab the Another Day, Another Dollar, because I was still running out of resources. So that's 3 there. And what do I do with the other 3? I mean, the other option is I do Bewitching. What tricks do we have? I know we have at least 1. I don't think we have enough tricks. We have Stir the Pot. We have Breaking and Entering. Yeah, we don't have... actually, we have Kicking the Hornet's Nest. No, that's a tactic. Yeah, so we don't actually have enough tricks to actually validate Bewitching. So that's a bit unfortunate. Okay, so yeah, we have to spend 3 experience. We have 3 experience remaining. Lola Santiago would be a nice find, but I think... Yeah, the problem is her stuff is just more expensive in general. That +1 book and +1 foot would certainly be nice. Dirty Fighting would actually get us another trick, but that's only if we. The only reason I would take Dirty Fighting is if I was taking Bewitching, which of course that alone is 8 experience. Okay. Do I just gradually upgrade the magnifying glasses and then swap in some other stuff? The upgrade deduction is nice, but not super necessary. I almost say go ahead and just go Lola. Yeah, let's go ahead and spend 3 and get Lola. We're going to go ahead and replace... I'm going to go ahead and replace Pickpocket. I never really have the time to use it or the resources. It's great when you do have it out, so that definitely means I'm not going to go for upgraded Pickpocket. So, alright, so yeah, better day, another $1, so we're going to start with 9. And now we have Lola in the group. Would be better if we had like charisma eventually, so we can actually have multiple allies. But for right now, we're okay. So yeah, not too shabby. I was definitely considering upgrading the magnifying glasses because that would technically save us money as well. But yeah, this is kind of what we're looking at right now. At this point, the rest of the stuff is kind of just to improve our investigating. All right, so that's all for that. So I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Oh, I need to update this. We have 14 experience, so 1 more experience points, and Lily Chen gets another discipline and another weakness, which will be pretty fun. All right, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I am the Depressed Dior. This was Arkham Horror, the card game, the Circle Undone at Death's Doorstep. Next, we'll be doing the secret name. See you guys next time.